All right, everybody, we are stoked for today's show. Welcome to Pawn Boys, where we are this morning Kirkless in Salt Lake so far. So no pun intended, right? So we are here with the amazing Rhonda, and we'll introduce our guests in a little bit. But we also have the dog that barks on cue here. Hopefully, she's going to do that. Let's hear a doorbell, Rhonda. Zoe, we talked about this, dude. She barks on cue. Last week she did. One more time. No, she doesn't. She didn't even get any stir out of her. So
she's moody today.
I don't know, something. So anyway, welcome. We're so stoked for today's show. We have an amazing guest that took some time out of her, I'm sure, busy schedule to come and talk to us today so we can heckle her, and I'm sure she's going to be a good sport about it all. So welcome, Christine DeGraff. So.
Hey, thank you for having me. I didn't know about the heckling part.
You know, nothing is sacred here on Pawn Boys. It's not, especially when, you know, I think I can manage on my own, but when Kirk gets here, watch out. So, but I am outnumbered today, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to try the heckling thing, but it's 2 against 1 today, and we were just talking about this.
I think you might lose. I think you might lose.
I will lose, okay, because it's not something that's built into the female gender that
careful
2 or more against the lesser amount. That's what happens. But I don't blame you guys, just because that's the way you guys are. So I'm kind of afraid today. So be gentle with me, okay? All right. So Christine, hey, listen, we're going to talk about all the stuff that you're doing right now. We're gonna get to the bottom of all this, but I'm going to talk a little bit about you. This is the first time that we've been able to really. I don't think we've been on a hangout with one another, right? I mean, this is kind of the first time.
I don't think so.
We've bantered a little bit back and forth on some posts and stuff like that, but to me, first of all, I think you're one of the most influential people here on Google+, and not just because of the stuff you're doing, but the way you carry yourself is amazing to me. You seem to me like a very relaxed, kind of more rough around the edges person. Am I off base on that?
Rough around the edges? What does he mean by that, Rhonda?
Well, listen.
It's a compliment.
Okay.
It's a compliment. Okay, so I just don't. You're not a pretentious person.
Well, thank you.
And there are a lot of people on here that are. I'm not going to mention any names, but.
Yes, and don't say I'm an influential person. Influential seems to have become a bad word around here. Sure
why? Why?
I don't know. Have you noticed that, Rhonda?
Yes, I have.
You know, it's the whole influencer. Everybody does the air quotes. I think that's the one thing that Clout got right. You know, their tagline that everyone has influence. I mean, I truly believe that. You know, and I think that follower count is just how far your influence potentially can reach. You know, that's all it is. But everybody influences people every day, and you know, if you're doing it right, and if you are honed in on your message, then you can influence people. I mean, I definitely feel like, for example, in the music space, I could influence people to come to a hangout and listen to, you know, a new band, watch a video. You know, it's based on the way you word things, the way you present things, and you know, what you're kind of becoming known for.
So I see your 2 passions. One of your passions is music. Am I right? So excuse me, guys. I'm having like technical difficulties with my computer devices this morning, so I'm on my phone, which is lame. But otherwise I wouldn't be on it all. For some reason, my computers aren't working very right. Anyway, so I'm like kind of on the fly right now. Anyway, you have two passions that stand out to me. I mean, I'm sure you have lots more passions. You have this passion, which is obviously your company that you're running, the Circle Scope. But your other passion is music, and you have kind of set that forward with the projects that you've done, and that you're doing right now. But to me, you just, like, when I say, you just seem like more of a relaxed person. Is that, or not? I mean, I don't know you very well, but is that kind of how you are?
I think so, yes. I'm way too old now to get upset about things and been out of shape. I've raised 5 kids. I mean, after a while, Cheryl can probably relate to this. She's got, what, 8 kids? Something like that, Cheryl Booth?
It's like 12.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Pulling up.
But after a while, you just need to go with the flow. You need to relax. I remember a time in my life where everything had to be a certain way, and, it's like my kids would try to help me unfold a towel, and I'd have to refold it, and it was like this anal retentive OCD, and uptight kind of feeling that I had. And then I just realized one day, I'm like, I need to freaking relax because this is not fun. And ever since then, I've really passed, I don't know, probably maybe 10, 15 years, just kind of like learn to go with the flow and relax about life, not get so upset and not try to control everything. I think a lot of people really try to control everything, and that's when you can get really uptight. So, if that makes sense.
It does to me. I don't know. I think Ryan goes there for a second.
Hey, can I bring up a comment? I want to bring up a comment from
absolutely.
Blog Photo TV. He says heckling me is what people live for. And Lance Fields is out there. Hey, Lance.
There he is.
And
Lance, what's going on, buddy?
Carmen thinks I'm gonna pawn. So we'll see, pawn or die. Not sure yet. Not sure about that.
Oh, I think Carmen's right. I think Carmen's right. So, Christine, how many kids did it take you to get to that point of saying, what the heck, just I'm going to relax? I mean, you say 5 kids? I did not know that about you.
3 are mine.
You raised 5 kids.
I've raised 5 kids. 3 are mine, and then I have, it was almost done. I had a 16-year-old daughter, and my older 2 were already out of the house and had their own families. And then I got custody of my niece and nephew, who were at the time 14 and 15. So I had 14, 15, 16, go through the rest of their teenage years. And that was when I just needed to relax because, controlling 1 kid at home was one thing. Adding 2 more was like, whoa. But no, it's been really
those
fun.
All count. Yeah, if I had a hat on, my hat's off to you because that's awesome. And see who that's awesome. I didn't.
Well, you try to raise 3 teenagers at once.
That's raising kids is.
You're breaking up, but let me just tell you here one thing about raising 3 teenagers at once. We had 3 teenagers at one time using our car. You should see our car. It is completely dented, trashed, and it's like you just have to deal with it. Like, thank God you're not hurt. Oh my gosh, look at the car. But I really do think that if more people could learn to relax, they would be a lot happier. Most definitely.
I agree with that.
Well, I think Ryan is stuck again, but at least he's smiling.
I think
He's so relaxed right now. So relaxed after you said that he's frozen.
The worst thing that can happen is you freeze when, like, one of those funny faces that, like, your mom always said, don't make that face or you're going to freeze like that. Well, now you will.
Yeah, his face is totally stuck. That's a good face to be stuck on, though. You're right. Hi, Christine. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself and say hi, but how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Kirk?
Introduce myself. What I mean is say hi. I mean, not like I don't know you. Stuff.
So what's been going on? How's life?
Oh, you know what? It's just been a busy summer. Bike shops are busy in the summer, so we've just been going crazy here. And I love to watch your stuff. Every once in a while when I get a minute, I jump on and watch some of your really cool shows.
Thank you.
So exciting, so much fun. Your shows are fun because it's all music and stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's hard to make that not fun, isn't it?
I know, right?
Ground in food in the carpets.
There's something grounding food in the carpets. We got something.
Random.
It's funny when you get random, like it ends off and then it just like you catch the last part of the stream.
Right.
Hopefully it's not something bad that you said at the end there. Grounding food at the carpets. You gotta have to timestamp that, Rhonda.
Oh, it'll happen for sure.
So Christine, I have some. Oh, wait, is that?
Hey, there we go.
That's just a face with a hat on. I don't think he's in the car. Nope. Oh, there he is.
Is that better?
That's
Much better.
Frozen face.
Yeah. Was I freezing up? Yeah. So we were talking about Christine's car. I'm sure we were well past that. But so do you still have this car, Christine?
We ended up giving it to my daughter after she crashed hers.
Oh, so it was a giveaway car. It was that
Well,
bad?
I mean, it was at that point, yeah, So yes, we have bought them all cars. They have crashed all their cars. We have given them new cars. Although possibly we shouldn't be giving them cars. Perhaps they're not ready to drive. I mean, you have to kind of consider that fact, Like, I stay off the roads when they're on them.
Do they wear helmets when they drive their car? Because it sounds like they might need to.
Thank God it's all just been mostly fender benders. There was one totaled, but nobody was hurt. But yeah, they're there.
That reminds me of one of my sister when we were.
You should see my insurance bill.
Oh, I can't imagine. I've got one teenage driver on mine, and mine's astronomical. So.
Do they give you a break on your insurance if you wear a helmet in your car?
They should.
I think they should.
They should.
I think we should check into that.
Yeah.
I think they need bikes, honestly.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, let's not get crazy here.
That would make it unsafe for us fellow bikers on the road. So let's not go. So you're in the greater DC area, aren't you, Christine?
Philadelphia area. I'm in New Jersey, but
okay.
I'm like right on the edge of Philadelphia or Pennsylvania and Delaware. So.
Is that where you grew up? Is that kind of where your roots are?
It's where I was born. I lived here until I was about, 12, 13. Then I moved to Virginia for 10 years. That's a long story. Don't ask me about Virginia, They let people get married down there when they're 15. Just put it that way.
That is a little back.
You were 15?
I was married when I was 15, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So is that still the law? Can you still get married when you're 15 down there?
I have no idea, but yeah, that's what happened.
Well, was that a positive experience in your life or not?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't trade it because I had 2 children from that marriage, but
Right.
I don't generally recommend that people get married when they're 15. Probably just
Definitely not. Yeah,
probably
definitely
not quite ready yet at that age. So.
So, do you plan on spending the rest of your days there? Do you like it there?
I do not plan to stay here now. I would probably.
Oh, where do you want to go?
Well, it's really wide open. I really don't know where we're going to go. We're probably going to stay in the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area because we do have family here. But the thing is that I have been raising children now for 30 years. My daughter is 30. We've had kids in the house constantly for 30 years. My youngest, my nephew, is going to Rowan College in 2 weeks. So
you're going to be empty nesters.
We're going to be empty nesters, and it's time to move on. So we're afraid we don't need this house, with all the bedrooms anymore. Time to everybody's dropping.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't understand. Now, do you have grandkids now? Or do you have?
I have 5. Yes.
5 grandkids?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I just love it because you don't look, of course you look so young, and you don't any way possibly
Well,
look.
I mean, that's the thing. When you do get married and have a kid when you're 15, that's, you look young 30 years later when you have the grandkids.
Right. How fun. And now that's not a bad way to go, Hey, check out my hot grandma. You know
Yeah,
what
right?
I'm saying? Because that's hard, it's, hey, that's not too bad. Maybe everybody should get married at 15. I don't know.
Hey, Lance is funny. I said, don't ask me about Virginia. He's like, hey, Christine, tell us about living in Virginia.
Yeah, tell us about that. Maybe you should move to Utah.
I've heard I know a lot of people there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
You know a lot of people here. Well, you know Cheryl, you know me, you know Ryan.
Absolutely.
Dennis is here.
Yep. Mhm.
I don't know who else is here. Do you know
anybody? You guys are taking over Google Plus.
No, we're not taking over.
Utah is taking over Google Plus.
We don't even know what we're. Look, half of us are gone already on here. We don't know what we're doing. We're just having a good time. Well, it's just you and I. I guess we should talk about something interesting. Anything you want to talk about at all?
Oh, you're funny. I only see your avatar, just FYI. I don't know what everybody else is seeing, but...
No, yeah, everybody's gone. It's just you and me. Everybody else is still here, though, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying I don't see your face. I see your avatar.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
there you are. There you are.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Let me just look and see. Well, so let's talk more about you because we're talking about you, and so we don't know about me. So let's talk about you.
All right, let's talk about me. My favorite subject. No, I'm only kidding.
No, that's now say that again. Talk more about me.
Let's talk about me. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk more about me. So I'm hoping they come back because this is all about they have all the pawn or die stuff, so I can't do any of that.
Yeah, I wanna pawn or die.
Well, maybe we could just make something up. I could just come up with some stuff and be like, hey, do you want to pawn this and what about this? We could just come up with some stuff.
Actually, I was doing the music hangout. I think it was Thursday night, yes, with Ars Nova, and we didn't invite any guests in. It was just me and them, and everything was going fine. And then we're getting ready to start song 3, and they dropped out, so it was just me. So that was really awkward because I didn't even have anybody to talk to while I was trying to wait for them to get back in. So I started just, the audience starts asking me questions like, hey, how's your summer going? Stuff like that. I'm like, we'll just sit here and wait. So,
maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should ask the audience to ask some questions. And then
audience, ask some questions.
Yeah, there's a good idea. There's a good idea. Hey, now,